A very good evening to everyone. I extend a warm welcome on behalf of the Sol Foundation to everyone present here today for the Journey to the Road Safety webinar series on the topic of role of geospatial technology in road safety. Let me kick off the today's session with a brief introduction of Indian Road Safety Campaign, following which I will hand over the session to Dr. Har Amrit Singh Sandhu. I request you all the participants to please post your questions in the chat box, which I will take up in the end. Indian Road Safety Campaign is an initiative of the Sol Foundation working towards making the roads safer in India. Started as a project at IIT Delhi due to the death of students in a road accident, IRSC has gradually grown to be the largest youth-led organization in India. We have been working closely in association with the organizations such as UN, WHO, Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, and various state governments and other research centers across the world in its endeavor towards Vision Zero. To achieve this, IRSC has worked with over 1,500 colleges and 25,000 volunteers across 50 plus cities in India in various domains such as awareness, technical innovation, law, order, policy, medical, etc. Indian Road Safety Campaign has launched the Journey to the Safety webinar to bring all the stakeholders of road safety in one platform where we try to spread awareness about the importance of road safety and the protocols that one needs to ensure. Now coming to the speaker of today's, about Dr. Har Amrit Singh Sandhu. He is presently working as an associate professor and a training placement in charge at the Punjab Engineering College in the Department of Civil Engineering. He has also been appointed as a coordinator for Kalpana Chawla Chair of Geospatial Technology. From being elected as a elected secretary of American Society of Engineers to getting awarded as the Outstanding Faculty Advisor twice, Dr. Har Amrit Singh Sandhu can be considered as a jack of all trades. Talking about his education, he completed his bachelor's in civil engineering from PEC Chandigarh. Later, he went to IIT Roorkee to pursue his master's in GIS and remote sensing, and recently completed his bachelor's PhD in remote sensing from PEC itself. He has been researching and doing developments in the geospatial technology with the use of and how the geographic information system can help in minimizing the road hazards happening in our country at such an increased rate. For years, he has been observing, researching, blogging about different aspects of road safety, looking at it from multiple perspectives and making it sure that we use the appropriate technology to handle this particular issue. Now, without any further delay, I will hand over the session to Dr. Har Amrit Singh Sandhu. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Am I audible properly?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to start my presentation. Now this is visible?
Yeah.
Okay, so already Arunam has introduced me. I am Dr. Har Amrit Singh Sandhu, and I must share that I'm not a very good expert in road safety, but yes, I am expert in geospatial technology. So this session will be an overview of geospatial technologies so that we can use this technology, which can be used n number of ways in you can say that intelligent transport system when we're talking about that. Okay, so let us start with this role of geospatial technology in the road safety. You must have organized number of you can say that expert lectures in road safety. This is somewhat different than those you can say that those seminars or lectures. Okay, because here I'm not going to deal in detail with what is road safety or what are the road accidents, but yes, initially I will discuss that. Then gradually I'm going to shift my, you can say that attention towards the geospatial technology. So I'm sure most of you are aware of this role of geospatial technology. So still we will go, hope you will like, and of course you can intervene me anywhere. You can ask me if you have any doubt, any query. Let us start. Okay, so today's this lecture will be the scope of will be this is status of road accidents and importance of road safety initiatives. Then overview of geospatial technology. In this, I am going to touch that GIS part, remote sensing, and drone mapping also. And in the end, summary. And of course, you can ask me query, any question in between also, and in the end also, as organizers wishes to that. Okay, so first of all, yes, we must, you can say that, see what is the status of road accidents nowadays. You can see this data is from the Statistica. So you can see that from the 1971, this is the number of accidents deaths in India from 1971 to 2018. So you can see that these are increasing a lot. Okay, and road accident deaths are approximate 1,51,000 in India. So here I'm just talking about in India term. You can see this also, that these are the road accidents in India. This is for the year 2019 and source is North. You must have seen this photograph number of times, but you can see that that number of road accidents below 500, and if we go for greater than 30,000, you can see that Uttar Pradesh, this is 42,000, Madhya Pradesh 50,000, Maharashtra 32,000. So you can see that number of states where that accidents are more than even 30,000. So you can see how that this issue or this problem is enormous is there. Okay, so of course there are some states where road accidents are less, but still we must be believing that every life count. Okay, so we must try to save a single life. Every life we must save. So, and let us see. So this is the status of road accidents from the 2015-2019 year. So you can see that in the year 2015, the total number of road accidents is 5 lakh, and in 2019 this reduces to 4,49,000. Total number of persons killed, this is again 1,51,000. Although percentage change is reducing, but still, as I have discussed, that every life count. It may be the sole bread earner of that particular family. So it's very important. So okay, so you can see that even the total number of persons injured in numbers is 4,51,000. So you can see that how much is the total number of persons it is varying. And then if we talk about percentage change from 2015, if I'm taking 15 as the base year, then yes, it is reducing minus 3.85. And this is reducing because of various government initiatives. Apart from government initiative, there are a number of NGOs, just like this IRSC. They are doing number of things. This is very, you can say that it's a very important part of the government also, when number of NGOs, number of companies are participating in reducing and mitigating these road accidents. So if we talk about the status of type of road accidents, you can see that fatal accidents, it is percentage is increasing 4.7, it is increasing, and 2019 minus 0.03. Still it is decreasing. We must be happy, but yes, we should not stop our, you can say that various initiatives, but we have to do number of things. Fatal accidents, this is 30.7%. If we talk about grievous injury accidents, then percentage increase or decrease is 3.61, and in 2019 this is 1.2, and you must be surprised that grievous injury accident is still 28.2%. This is very, you can say, alarming situation when we are talking about road accidents. Minor injuries share in total in 2015, this is 38.4, while in 2019 this is 35%. So it is, you can say it is not changing a lot, but we have to reduce this also. When we talk about non-injury accidents, which is not affecting a lot in this case of, you can say that death or even property factor also. So the share in total is 11.4, and in 2019 this is reduced to 6.1. So you must be surprised that we can see that it is fatal accidents are still is 30.7%. It is maximum percentage, that is 30.7. So we must try to reduce this. If we talk about total number of accidents from 2015, 2019, 2015, if we take as a base year as 2015, then 2016, this is minus 4.5, 4.1, and this is minus 3.5, and this is minus 4 approximately. So we must be happy, but we should not stop our working. our initiatives, are, you can say that, various mitigation measures. And these are the statistics which I have taken it from the MORTH data. So important figure in this stats, you can see that highest number of road accidents are in the national highways. National highways share of the road accident is 30%, state highways share is 20%. And the leading state with road accidents, when we talk about this, that is Tamil Nadu, and leading city with road accidents, that is Chennai. So these are the important figures when we talk about road accidents. As per UN reports, every year 1.35 million lives are lost and 50 million people are seriously injured in traffic crashes. So we have to be, you can say that we should be torchbearer. We must, whether we are in technical team or not, as a standalone person also, I must take care, I must take initiative, and I must create awareness. So of course this is an alarming situation. As per various reports, deaths due to accidents are approximate 3 times the total fatalities due to terrorist violence in India. Can you believe this? Every day we are listening that there are a number of road accidents are there, number of fatalities are there, but you must be surprised by knowing this, that this is more than 3 times the total fatalities occurring due to terrorist violence. And this is 431% more than the total that's due to malaria even. This is totally, you can say, astonishing, and this is alarming situation. And you must be surprised by this, that total casualties in all the wars since independence, if we club all these, even then road accidents are 15 times more than this. So this is alarming situation. We must take initiatives. We have to do number of things apart from various non-technical, you can say, interventions. We have to go for technical interventions also. And I must congratulate IRSC, which is doing such a good initiatives. They are calling number of experts. They are discussing this. I even know that some of my students also participated in this some event which is organized by IRSC for the road safety. It's a, I must say, congrats as well as thanks to IRSC for organizing such events. When we talk about mitigation measures, so there are a number of mitigation measures, just like safe transport system. Yes, this is very important when we talk about this, that transport system which we are using to travel from point A to point B, it should be safer. Drivers should be, you can say that, knowledgeable, and we should have safer drivers. Very important. Of course, all points are very important, but yes, driver are the most important person. When he is driving a particular vehicle, then yes, all you can say that the lives of the passengers depends upon that particular driver. Improving road conditions. Yes, MORTH and various other, you can say that, various agencies, even local agencies, are also taking number of interventions to reduce to reduce accidents, mitigating road accidents, and improving road conditions. Because if there is a road stretch which is not properly laid, or there is some issues in there, then it may increase that road accidents on that particular stretch. Enforcement of safety laws. Yes, this is also a very important prospect when we talk about mitigation measures. Just like I am from Chandigarh, and most of us are aware that Chandigarh traffic police is very strict, and we know that whenever a person drive a vehicle from outside to Chandigarh, if he or she is coming from Delhi or any other city to Chandigarh, he or she always wear that seat belt, wear helmet, or whatever it is required. But as soon as a vehicle goes from the Chandigarh, automatically everything changes. Why? Because safety laws are very important, and in Chandigarh, they are strictly enforced. So although you must be surprised that it is saving our life only, but due to just safety laws, due to enforcement of laws only, then we see, or we wear seat belt or wear helmets so that we can save ourselves. Although it should be from our ourselves only. And of course, road traffic safety awareness programs. Yes, I have already shared that just like IRSC, just like various number of NGOs are there, education institutes are also there. In our institute also, we have MTech transportation and number of, you can say that faculty who is taking care or taking thesis topics on road safety, on black spots, how to mitigate those things. So road safety awareness programs are also very important, not in terms of only in terms of, you can say that just like this organizing workshop, but we must have some, we must visit to some rotary, we can do number of things, we can give ads, just like you can see that you must have seen number of ads in the TV also. You can play some social, you can say nukkad natak on the in various roads, on various public places, so that public can be aware that these are the various issues which we must tackle. And I have already discussed that this is an alarming situation. Road accidents are even more than the total number of deaths in the wars. So we must understand, we must take care of these things. And yes, although there are a number of mitigation measures, but now right now I'm talking about intelligent transport system. Most of us are aware of intelligent transport system, or when we talk about intelligent transport system, basically that means that we are using latest technology. We are using advanced technology, just like sensors, CCTVs, or geospatial technology. So from the road accident data, I moved to why this topic is important, why this type of seminars or workshops are important. Now I am moving towards that geospatial technologies, how the role of geospatial technologies comes into the picture. So I am going to discuss this technology also. Maybe you are aware of geospatial technology. So I'm just going to discuss a little bit of this, and always you can ask me question again. Geographical information system. When I'm talking about geospatial technology, that means I'm using GIS, geographical system, and remote sensing, and other various other location-based information system. So we should start with GIS. So of course, most of you have seen this type of photo. Actually, this is a Survey of India topo sheet. And you can see that some river feature is there, roads are there. So what is this? This is a map around 10 years back, around 15 years back, whenever we visit any city, whether it is from by air or by road, by bus, by anything, we generally buy these type of maps so that we can understand what kind of the landmarks in that particular city, where we have to visit that particular city. So there are these type of maps give me information related to that particular city. So this is a Survey of India topo sheet, most authenticated map. When we talk about this authentication, this is most authenticated map. In this, I have all kind of information. Okay, just like urban, how much is the area, that the road, or the, you can say the urban feature, greenery feature, water, everything is there. But nowadays, we generally see this type of map. What is this? This is a Google map, isn't it? And you can see that there's a drastic difference between this map, Survey of India topo sheet, and this map. Drastic visualization change. Okay, you can see that if in this particular area, if I am planning something, if I am planning construction of road, planning construction of thermal plant, so I must be aware of that, what type of that area, whether that is a hilly area, or it is a plain area, or it is a valley. So I have to take care of that terrain of information, that terrain of that particular area. In Survey of India, topo sheet, we generally have to deal with contours. As a engineer, generally we know that what are contours. Contours are the imaginary line joining points of equal elevation. Okay, so if I show this map to a particular, only a layman, he or she cannot understand what is that type of area, whether it's a hilly or plain area. But if I show this map to even a rickshawala, even a layman who is not an engineer, who is not studied at all, even he or she can easily say, this is a hilly area, this must be some point, this must be some road, this must be some river area. So it's so easy to understand without any knowledge, just because of, you can say that awareness, I can easily understand, I can easily interpret things. So this is the beauty of GIS, beauty of digital map. Earlier we have this type of information analysis is very difficult, but here that beauty is that visualization part is really good. And if I talk about this, you can see what is this? This is some data. It may be data of some accident, it may be some population data, but what is this? This is only some data. But if I convert this data into map, see, this is how much clear map is there. I can easily see that these are the roads, these are some places are there, so names are there. You can say that, okay, this is the particular periphery. So you can give names, you can interpret, you can analyze everything. So that is the main advantage of GIS. So when I'm talking about advanced technology, of course, advanced technologies are there are a number of advanced technologies, but here I'm just talking about geospatial technology. And first thing is map creation. Okay, so you must be surprised that it's very difficult to analyze this. It's really we cannot easily interpret. But as soon as I get this map, any person can easily understand this type of map. So now, when we talk about process of creation, editing, visualizing a digital map, that is known as GIS. Okay, so this is GIS. This is beauty of GIS. So when we talk about GIS, it is a system which holds information of geography as well as its characteristics. Remember here, when I'm talking about GIS, that means geography means X, Y, and Z. Yes, X, Y, and Z, that means location-based information. As most of us are talking about traffic, road, then I must be aware of black spot. So where is that position of black spot? It varies. It depends. That important feature is that where is that particular location of that black spot? Whether that black spot is at intersection or it at some other point. So all kind of rectification when we do, then I must be aware of location of that point. So it's very important that geography as well as its characteristics. And when I'm talking about characteristics, characteristics means its properties, its characteristics. Just like I'm talking about one black spot, location of black spot is XYZ at 76-degree latitude and longitude. Then what is the name of that particular black spot? That is the characteristics. How many accidents are going on that particular? What is the present condition? So that is its characteristics, geography as well as its characteristics. So when we talk about GIS or a map, it is not only a map, it's a dynamic and intelligent map. When that you can say that when we use our mobile system from navigation from A to B, it automatically give me 2 or 3 routes. That this is the shortest route, this is the best route. So this is a dynamic and intelligent map. As soon as position of my vehicle changes, automatically that route navigation also changes. So that is the, you can say that advantage of these type of maps, dynamic and intelligent map. This is not a static map. एक बारी मैंने बना लिया तो वो बन गया. No, this is a dynamic map. This is not like Survey of India topo sheet map. This is a hard copy map, printout I have taken and then I have to use that map only. No, this is a dynamic map. This is an intelligent map. Okay, so it is a system which can capture, store, manipulate, analyze, visualize a spatial data. This is very important when I'm talking about digital map. That means I have to discuss, I have to take care of that data which is occupying some space on Earth. That is, it has latitude and longitude. Very important. Okay. Yes, GIS has non-spatial data also for analysis, but basic is that we must have spatial data. That means latitude and longitude as well as elevation data. Okay, so this is just an example of a spatial and non-spatial data. This type of data is a spatial data because it is showing me some, you can say that these are some buildings, these are some roads. So this is a spatial data. These are occupying some space on Earth. It is occupying some space. It is has latitude and longitude. But what about this? This is a non-spatial data. Why? Because it only has its properties. Plot number is 2214. Address is this. Owner name is this. It can change, but spatial data is same. So this is a spatial data and non-spatial data. This is one of the best example of GIS. Isn't it? I've already discussed that this is one of the best example of GIS map, one of the example of digital map. Avoid traffic police and accidents, avoid unnecessary speeding tricks. So Google give me such kind of information. And you must be aware that Google has changed the geospatial technology a lot, totally changed a lot. Around, you can say around 7 or 8 years back, for a simple, even a 30-meter resolution image, I have to buy that. It's not easy to create map, but nowadays, even on Google Earth, I can draw lines. It's very easy. That technology has advanced a lot. So application of GIS in roads safety, that is crash data management. We can analyze accurate traffic crash data to capture all the relevant sediment of a crash. Okay, maybe I have Excel data, but with the help of GIS data, I can analyze also. Because we have number of options, number of, you can say, the tools are there. I can analyze visually also, as well as I can take print out of those. Okay, so maybe some of experienced person can say that, no, I don't need map. I just need only data, but I need analysis only. So GIS can do that also. It can create map as well as you can take print out of that also. We can include key roadway characteristic drawn from across the organization. That means I can include n number of parameters when I am analyzing crash data. This is not a, you can say that Excel sheet only. Apart from inputting data, I can analyze number of things, and that too based on what? Based on the location, which is very important when I'm talking about traffic accidents. The rich analysis. GIS can help me in analyzing traffic crash data to reveal patterns. So I can easily see the pattern where a particular black spot, where those some particular, you can say that accident data is occurring again and again, so that you can try to mitigate those things. And of course, when I'm talking about GIS, it is easy to understand accident data. Public outreach, achieving strong results from road safety plan. Since I have some maps, I can take print out of those maps, and I can, you can say that, paste those type of maps on various walls, various places, so that the general public can be aware that that particular area is accident prone. So that kind of thing can be done. Achieving ways to communicate safety plans and show the impact of safety improvements. One of the example that when we use navigation system, it also tell me that whether at a, you can say that at around at a particular distance, whether there is more traffic or not. It will give me that signals also, that red color, it shows that there is more signals. more, you can say that traffic is there. So you can divert your route. So that type of application, that type of GIS use, we can use. Although most of us are using navigation system from mobile, but we are not aware that yes, we are using only GIS. That is GIS, Geographical Information System. We are using technical maps only. Vehicle tracking, we can track a vehicle, where that particular bus is going, what direction did the bus travel, what speed did the bus move, where had the bus stopped, how long did the bus stop. These are very important parameters when I'm studying traffic accidents. Maybe I am dealing with bus, maybe I am dealing with some trucks, maybe I am dealing with even cycling, or maybe even pedestrian. So whether that particular bus is more prone to have accident in a pedestrian prone areas or some other area. So that type of things I can easily understand by tracking that area, that tracking of that particular vehicle. So, and this type of vehicle tracking is mostly used by the police also. And when I'm talking about intelligent transportation system, then we are using that. And nowadays we are also using a term smart city. When I'm talking about smart city means that if I have n number of resources, then I have to use those resources efficiently, so that uh, proper control can be done. So in intelligent transport system, that base is what? That is again a GIS map, again a digital map only. Buffering, this is a, you can say that application or use of GIS only. What is buffering? If I want to check the encroachments on the road intersection within a certain distance to road, so you can see that if this is a road, and I have created one buffer of this color, so that I can see whether how many obstructions or how many encroachments are taken place in this particular road. Because I know that along a road, generally 100-meter buffer is given in the right side as well as the left side. So depending upon depending upon the condition, whether it's a national highway or a state highway or a village road, but there must be some gap is there. There is always, law always said that there is some buffer is there. So if I have digital map, I have digital data of all kind of information like this construction activity, urban area, and road, then using an option of buffering, I can see whether that particular area has encroachment or not. And of course, when the road has been encroached, then accidents must occur. Accidents will occur definitely at that particular stretch. Emergency services, yes, in case of emergency in the road accidents, we are using GIS a lot. It is extensively used, assists in identifying trends and patterns. GIS can also help plan disaster preparedness by identifying the pockets of special needs, population, elderly, schools, etc. So I can plan this, simulate evacuation scenarios. Example is like, you can say that to determine the best location for placing emergency services like ambulance services along a national highway. You can see that if I have a GIS map, I can plot black spots. Okay, black spots means that a particular point has having a n number of accidents. So if I have plotted all accidents, then I can identify which kind of black spots I have. I can show the severity of that black spots also. You must be aware of accident severity index. So I can rank those accidents spots, and I can you can say that visualize by severity index also that black spots which are severe, I can show with red color, those are less severe. I will show with some other color, and those are not very severe or very less accidents are occurring there. I can give them a different color. So that kind of thing I can do with the help of GIS map. Okay, yes, this kind of analysis I can do. Roads having more than n number of accidents. If I have a GIS map, I can just do this kind of analysis, that where is those roads having more than 10 accidents. It will give me where is that black spot. It can give me. I just want to see that accidents which are occurring on National Highway NH1 or NH205. So I can easily get those things. And most of this is not only Excel sheet that I'm just getting the result. No, I am getting this type of map also. I can see that photo of that particular area also. I can see trends and patterns, which I have discussed already, and labeling of map. Just like this, I can label a particular name. I can just like here, it is given that fatality is this. So this type of map I can generate. This is very important when I'm analyzing. You may say that when a deputy commissioner or a management person, they are seeing these things, they are not, they don't like Excel sheet. They like, okay, we just show me a particular map so that I can understand, so that I can take action. So they always require this type of map. And of course, dynamic result. This is very important. Just like earlier, I have discussed that GIS is a dynamic map, dynamic result. That means it may happen that at a particular black spot or an accident spot, there are more than 10 accidents are occurring in June 2019. But in 2010, road accidents occur at that particular price, only one accident occur. So it will automatically change the color of that particular point. So that is the dynamic. And when I see the result of 2021, then again, it can change. It may change the color automatically, dynamic results. Okay, so I'm not going into much detail in this. So now I'm shifting to remote sensing. That remote sensing, it is the acquiring information about an object on the surface of Earth without coming into physical contact with it. Just like you are seeing my presentation, you are seeing me, I can see you. So that is also a remote sensing. I'm switching on, switch off light or AC or TV. Those are also remote sensing. But when I'm talking in terms of technical, then remote sensing is what? That is when I am working beyond a visible region. Okay, that means when I'm working beyond visible region, that is 0.4 micrometer to 0.7 micrometer. It is done to detect, measure, record, and analyze energy reflected or emitted by the concerned object. Here, I have taken one, you can say that my main emphasis on remote sensing is that this is beyond a visible region, 0.4 micrometer to 0.7 micrometer. Why? You just see, or you can just visualize that I am getting a Google image. What is a Google image? That is a satellite image. And a satellite is at around 30,000 kilometers from the ground. So how can I get that clear image when a satellite is around 17,000 kilometers or even at 50,000 kilometers? How can I get this type of image? How can I get this type of clear image? That is because I am using sensor which are beyond visible region. I am not only depending upon our eyes, but here I'm talking about beyond a visible region. Okay, so when I am using satellite image, here most of the time I'm using beyond visible region. So these are some of the platforms. I can take photograph from the ground or near to the ground. I can take air-based platform. I can have space-based platform. So most of the time when I'm talking about remote sensing, we are talking about space-based platform. And air-based platform right now, most of us are aware that right now we are not talking about aerial photogrammetry. Now it is changed to what? It is drone survey. So we shifted from aeroplane or aerial photogrammetry to the drone surveying nowadays. These are the remote sensing image types. I'm not going into much detail. I'm just giving you an overview that how we can use these things, remote sensing images. So you can see that this image has different type of resolution and this is much better resolution. So depending upon our requirement, depending upon our project, I can get different type of remote sensing images. Remote sensing application is real-time model. If I want to have images of different resolution as per requirement, true picture along with location-based attributes. When in Google Earth, I am seeing an image, that means I am watching a remote sensing image. Okay, so GIS is nothing but a set and remote sensing is a subset. So I am giving input to the GIS only. So true picture along with location-based services, remote sensing plus GIS is known as intelligent transport system. And of course, we have to use number of sensors also. So now I'm shifting to drone mapping as timing is very less. So I'm just going to cover this at fast. Drone mapping or drone, or generally we say UAVs, also unmanned aerial vehicles. Earlier military applications, nowadays commercial use and even recreation purposes, drones are used for the marriages also. So most of the time you must be surprised that I also do a number of projects in drone mapping, and I got award also from Chandigarh administration on Republic Day. So, and why? Because I did one drone mapping project of the Chandigarh administration. And you must be surprised, I got number of calls from my, you can say, knowns that, can you fly that drone on marriages also? So I said, no, I am using those drones for the technical purposes also, only, not for recreational purposes. Okay, so of why we use this drones? Because these are cheaper than a helicopter aircraft, high resolution images. Drone can be set up and ready to fly in approximately 20 minutes. But however, for aerial photo, that if I want to take aerial photographs, everyone knows how much time it will take, how much cost it will go. Environment friendly, working with Chandigarh session in drone mapping, I have already discussed. Of course, there are some limitations. Strong winds, rains, weather, it depends upon these things. If it strike a tree or building, we have to replace that, and lot of permissions required because of, you can say, that secrecy, because of privacy. Of course, there are a number of issues are there with this. So drone survey, this is use of a drone and to capture aerial data with downward facing sensors. So just like this, I have a drone and I have camera here. So, and this drone is capturing all kind of images there. So during a survey with an RGB camera, the ground is photographed several times from different angles, and each image is tagged with coordinates. Okay, so even with a drone, I get images with latitude and longitude. Surveying with a drone offers enormous potential to GIS professional. Nowadays, we are using drones into GIS number of ways. Surveys of the same quality as the highly accurate measurements collected by traditional method, but in a fraction of time. Benefits: reduce field time and survey cost. I'm talking in terms of aerial photographs. Provide accurate and exhaustive data. Mapping of inaccessible areas. If I want to do a survey, maybe a road survey also, but it is inaccessible, then I can use drones. We can have drone georeferenced images, may capture real-time images. It's very important. And I will show you one video also that how drone can be used for the traffic purposes. 3D images. Some more benefits that it helps in intersection of highways, infrastructure, asset inspection, road inspection, bridge inspection. So drones are used, you can say, extensively in highway infrastructure, in highway projects, number of ways. In a periodic aerial inspection helps the stakeholders to keep track of their critical assets and avoid catastrophic damages. There may be number of highway bridges which are at very high, you can say that height is very high. So it's very difficult to take photographs. So, but with the help of drones, I can take those photographs. Okay, so I will show you one video. Hope is visible and audible. So here we are using drone for the automatic traffic count. Sorry, again try. So you can see that drones are used extensively. Of course, in India, it is now coming. Even I also got one project of inspecting or inspection of bridge, of a railway bridge, although using drone. So drones are nowadays used a lot. And of course, when I'm talking about challenges, here I have just discussed till now that what are the advantages. But technologies always come with challenges also. So what are the challenges? Ethical issues, when I'm talking about geospatial technologies, privacy issue is there, liability is there, technological limitations are also there, data compatibility, format is also there, software compatibility, different companies working on different platforms, which are sometimes incompatible. So we have to deal with these kind of issues. Data limitations, variation of scales, data is costly, lack of micro level data, expertise requirement. So there are number of challenges, but yes, technology is evolving. We are also learning, we are also evolving, and we must use these things nowadays. We have to start. Even you must be surprised that I got 2 or 3 projects of NHI also. And I got one GIS mapping project also of some other company. So during these times, when everything is under lockdown, we are doing project of GIS because we have to just sit in the houses or our labs and we have to work. So we have to collect data. We have already collected the data. Now we have to create map. So this is the beauty of GIS or geospatial technology. When you have collected all the data, then you can do number of things. So I'm just came to summary that we discussed something about road safety importance. Then we discussed mitigation measures also, awareness, improving infrastructure, application of geospatial technologies. We have discussed we can use geospatial technology in accident mapping, black spot identification, heat map generations, planning and analysis. And thanks, these are some of the, you can say that media presence. I do number of studies, number of projects with them. And of course, my students are always with me. So that is the main, you can say that my strength or faculty's strength is main is our students. So we did number of projects also. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you so much, sir, for this wonderful presentation. It was
I have
great
not
to know
taken
your...
much time also. I will try to complete it in the time.
Yeah, that's not a problem. So it was great to know your experience and expertise in this technology to make our road safer. And now I will move over to some of the questions.
Should I stop share?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
So the first 2 questions would be from my side. And
yes,
then we will take some of the questions from the audience also.
Yes, sir.
So first question from my side is like, how feasible is this technology in these congested roads in India, and how precise they are in current scenario?
Okay, you must have seen that last video which I have talked about, which I have shown about drone mapping.
Correct.
See, first of all, yes, we have expertise. We must have confidence. Maybe initially 2 or 3 times when I am doing automatic traffic counting, then maybe I have to do manual also so that I can check whether my automatic counting or which I am taking drone mapping, drone counting. So whether these are within the permissible limit or not, then I must be sure. Yes, we are doing number of things. We are using these technologies in inaccessible areas as well as those areas which are very congested or not easy to go there. We are doing. That is the best thing, that without going into the site, you can see everything on the map. See, maybe 2 or 3 persons who are the, you can say that site engineers or JE, they are collecting information. You may create one Google Doc or Excel sheet. They are just feeding all kind of information there, and you can link it with the GIS software, and that you can say that higher authorities, a chief engineer, ENC, or a RO, just like an NHI, they can in their offices, they can easily locate those black spots. So that can be done. Yes, this is the beauty of you can say that geospatial technologies. Yes.
Okay, sir. So the second question would be like, how economical is the GIS system for these underdeveloped countries?
Okay, if see, we generally say that I just need answers. I just want to that how much time it is taking to collect data. I just need analysis. जी मेरे को ये बता दो ये कैसे हो रहा है? No, for that, for analysis, I must have inputs. So of course, to create that data, I have to collect data. I have to create number of things. At it, of course, require time. It requires money. It requires expertise, hardware, software, everything. But this is only a one-time investment. Nowadays, we are moving towards, you can say that open source softwares. That QGIS software is there. Earlier, even I was working in ArcGIS or DAS, but from last 2-3 years, I'm working in QGIS, which is totally free software. And we already know that that just like Google Earth, also we have open source software. So it has reduced money as well as time to the underdeveloped countries or even developed countries, because initially we have to take time, we have to involve, you can say that a number of hardware and software. But yes, it has from last 5 or 10 years, it has reduced considerably. Yes, first initially we have to make time, and we have to, of course, पैसा भी लगेगा, time भी लगेगा, सब कुछ लगेगा, but later on, yes, then we just have to edit, just we have to modify number of things, and then we can get. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
so now I will jump on some questions for the attendees also.
Yes,
so
please.
The first question, and one very interesting one, was asked by Mr. Anshu Bamne. So he asked that, do India collect the latitude and longitude of each crash or accident? In addition, do you create shape files by yourself?
Yes, he is right. For latitude, longitude, yes. Nowadays, NHAI, which is working on, which is collecting data of accidents, and there are a number of NGOs also. And you must be surprised, even FIR, which we generally go, which we can get it from the police station. Nowadays, even in Punjab, they are instructed to get data of latitude, longitude also. Okay. Because otherwise, earlier what happened, that they just say that near to the that particular beach, near to that particular point. But where is that particular point? It's difficult to analyze, difficult to interpret. But nowadays, from last few years, when NGOs is collecting data, and number of, you can say that agencies, when awareness is coming, they are collecting data with latitude, longitude. Yes. And there is one more question. What is that? That I am creating shape file.
Shape files, yeah.
Yes. See, yes, we have to create shape files our own. Most of the time, we are not getting shape files on the, you can say that freely we cannot get. Although we can get some low resolution images, I can get freely. But most of the time, vector data or those shape files I cannot get freely, so we have to create. Of course, Indian road data is available on the net also, but that data, we cannot rely on those data, maybe created around 10 years back or 8 years back. So if I want to do a good project, then most of the time I have to create my own shapefile. Yes.
Okay. I think you got your answer, right? Yeah, so we will move on the second question. So this was asked by Mr. Ravi Kumar Nayyar. So the question is how to use geospatial data on route hazard mapping for real-time communication with drivers to caution them.
See, most of the time when I'm talking about even police vans or ambulances, most of the time nowadays they have GPS data with them. And they are connected with their headquarters. Just like here, I have shown one photo where vehicle tracking I was talking about. So that type of information or that type of, you can say that capacity is available. It depends whether we are using or not. Again, that same thing which you have asked, that it involves cost. So if government is ready to give that cost, or agency is giving to give that cost, these things are available. Yes, we can use these things. And we are using.
Yeah, correct. So the third question will be from Mr. Komal Kumar. So he asked that how this technology, specifically GIS, worked under the uncertain atmospheric conditions.
See, when I'm talking about atmospheric conditions, mostly we are talking about remote sensing. Atmospheric corrections, when we have to do, that is for the remote sensing. But when I'm talking about GIS basically about the mapping, its analysis, whatever I have input that. Okay, if I have given that name X, then I can do the analysis of X only. I cannot do automatically analysis of Y. If I have given values of X and Y, then I can do this spatial relationship, various type of relationship between X and Y. But atmospheric, I cannot do. If I have given that input to GIS, only then I can do number of analysis. Yes.
Okay, so now the questions are over, I think everyone is clear about the concept of GIS and its applications on the road safety. So moving forward, thank you, Dr. Har Amrit Singh Sandhu, for sharing your views on such an important issue. It was truly a wonderful and very insightful session. I hope the audience found this webinar quite beneficial as well. Last but not the least, I would like to conclude today's session by thanking all the participants for your presence, and we hope to see you again for the next installment in our quest to make the road safer for each and every citizen of India. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.